Yes, people, we are live. Not with the man them, just some question and answers, late night settings, night owl settings of what you lot think is going on with this whole madness. It came from the horse's mouth. This is getting dark, man. This is getting real dark. Shout out to Dan. Big up to the comments. Shout out to Luke. Come on, man. Absolute madness. This I just want to know when the saga's gonna end. It's mental. Sh- shout out to Mac LFC, AK LFC. What a mess. Absolutely. I just want to have a conversation, whether you're a Liverpool fan, Newcastle, whatever fan. I've never seen nothing like it. Not with my club anyway. Got me out here doing some late night sittings. Done a video just not long before. You're about to have a toxic dressing room. Boy, they say, well, the lads say on camera the dressing rooms all together. Do you get what I'm saying? As in toxic, okay. Maybe, yeah, maybe feeling wise. Well, look, let's get into this, man. I can't see if Isak was going to put out a statement, he should have put out a statement a long time ago. I was crying out for it. But at the same time, I thought you put out a statement, it's just going to get dark, especially if you leave it this late. Shout out to all 14 of you in there. First time doing this thing by myself. Hit those like buttons if you ain't hit it yet. I'm going to put up the statement if you ain't seeing it. Man, I have to dissect the statement myself. LFC said, I'm bored of this. Can we get to the 1st of September and get this over with? Look, man, it's going to be interesting which way it's going to go. Shout out to all 26 of you in there. Hit those like buttons, man. If you ain't hit it yet, it helps. You get what I'm saying? Late night setting, 6 likes so far. Hit them like buttons, man. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna put the statement up. Doing this all by myself because this is getting dark, man. I just put out a video, had my little say on it. I was 3 hours late after the actual breakthrough of the statement. You know how it goes, summer holiday, kids and that and all sorts. Big up Mustafa, man. Isak staying. Can he stay? Can Isak really stay? You had a slight, not me personally hoping that it will stay because I think it's gone bad already. But the way Eddie and he's all on Eddie, and he's the face that's to talk on behalf of everybody. He was still hoping somehow future terms he will come in. You can't come in after this. Shout out to all 46 of you, man. This is hit those like buttons, man. There's 46 of you in there. We're gonna get this rolling. Just me having a conversation. I want to have a conversation with whoever's in there. If you're not a silent listener, do you get what I'm saying? Because yes, we've seen similar things like it. Is this more Isak or more on his agent? But he's a big man, so you get what I'm saying. It's come out on his Instagram. Big up to all the free Isaks. Yeah, we're gonna get all that free Isak, free Isak. You must want him gone now, surely. RSL said, bro. I said from a little while ago that it's gone beyond bad. Like each week, especially when you think it's silent for a bit, the fact is that he's still here, and the noise is just gonna carry on. Isak missed out on the PFA ceremony today. He said he doesn't want to be there with everything going on. He doesn't want to face the music. That's the real thing. But you decide to come out with a statement now, which is wild. And I'm gonna read out the statement anyway, because I have to read it 4 times to really dissect it. I'm gonna put it up in a minute. Shout out to all 75 of you. Hit those like buttons, man. Big up to everyone that's in there. Appreciate because it's late. Uh Fireburn says, told you specs, your board's been lying to you from the start. Now, Fireburn, what I'll say to that, and you should know better than that, Fireburn. Look, man, he's that's now come out with these horses, man. That's come from the horse's mouth. Now you're gonna have to hear from Newcastle. And that's messy. Because usually you hear these things when a player leaves the club, but he's still under our payroll. He's come out with a statement, he's putting smoke against Newcastle, Eddie, everybody. Now we're gonna have to wait what Newcastle gonna say. And they probably rather not do all this. But there's an in-house fighting now. And to me, it's just absolutely it's gone dark. The guys basically put smoke on Newcastle, like, yo, we're gonna read the statement out anyway. So there's his side, Fireburn, and there's Newcastle's side. I'm not privy to know what's what in it. I just want this whole thing done. You can't just say because Isak said so that Newcastle's line. You get what I'm saying? Or he has his version, Newcastle have their version. But Newcastle got to speak up. It's going to be interesting what Eddie says. And Eddie can't do the whole balance, trying to do the whole speak well thing. He's got to talk up the things. Because this is mental. Yeah, big up to all the three Isaks. Hit those like buttons, man. I'm going to put out the statement. Let's go through some of the comments. Big up to you, though, Fire, man. Big up to everyone. It's been a mess, a messy night. Hey, it's horrible. Shout out to Songs. Absolutely horrible. Big up, Liam. Big up to all my mods, man. It's late night settings. Appreciate everyone coming in there, whether you're driving trucks, working, whatever part of the world, late night settings. You get what I'm saying? This is not even a biased thing. This is just a conversation. It's Q&As, if I can get through all of them. Shout out to all 95 of you, 5 minutes in. Like I said, hit those like buttons. Hit a sub if you're new to this. 101 of you in there right now. Big up Daniel. Big up the ops as well. Even the Liverpool guys in there. We need the three Isaks. Big up the ops. Shout out to Sophie B. Big up to you. Nice to see you in the chat. You get what I'm saying? Look, there's three Isaks. Pure three Isaks. Liverpool effing mudded. Sophie B says, journalists was telling the truth months ago. Boy, no. Journalists were telling Isak's truth. Remember, I'm not here for either or either because the whole thing's effed up anyway. I don't care what anyone says. You get me? You can hear people say, oh, Weesa's doing the same thing. We're going to get into that. They're both doing madness. You get what I'm saying? But what I got from this statement, light-hearted about thanking Newcastle and all that, and yeah, is it agent-driven more? I don't know. Love it from the club. Lynn Simpson says, yeah, big up to my mods. Big up to Lynn. It's mad because he's at putting it on the club. And he said certain things. I'm like, whoa. Let me just pause it here. There's bare comments in there. I'll get through them when I can. Smash the like buttons if you can. Let me just read out this statement that my man put out, yeah? Let me take off this. Shout out to all of you in there. We're going to dissect this. This is from Isak. It came out more than a few hours ago from his Instagram. So now it's finally from the horse's mouth. This is where it's going to turn into a madness. Will he still be here by the time the transfer window is done in a couple of weeks? If he is, that is crazy. But if Newcastle, my club, feel to do that, whatever they need to do for their sakes, they want to stand on business. Isak is definitely standing on his business. But the statement here says, I'm proud to be recognized by fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League team of the season for 2024-25 season. First and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle United who has supported me along the way. Boy, hear it again. He wants to thank his teammates and everyone at Newcastle. So that means staff, players. Unless I missed something here, don't really see nothing about the fans. Us who absolutely adored him. You get what I'm saying? Breaking little kids' hearts and that. Some of the Newcastle United fans that are kids, they're still wearing the shirts. They ain't got a clue. They don't understand all this politics and madness, but it is what it is. But anyway, moving on. And I'll read some of the comments in a minute. Apologize if I missed some. I'm not at the ceremony tonight with everything that's going on. He doesn't want to face the music. I hear it. And probably doesn't want to cause distraction of a real celebration night of just football. Do you get what I'm saying? It didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. Brother, you've kept quiet for more than a long time. But anyway, the silence has allowed people to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. That's where it gets a bit, you know what I mean, for me, because it's like, now you're fully just saying whatever's going on behind the scenes, Newcastle are lying and they're acting like nothing's gone on. That's what he's basically saying. And for me, you don't leave it for that long. Then, if that's the case, let the whole shit keep getting worse and worse and worse. The reality is that promises were made, and the club has known my position Man's moving like some final boss thing. You know my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. It's dark, you know. You're putting some real mad allegations towards the club. You're still under their payroll. Even if he wasn't, this could turn nasty. This could get all legal. You can't make this shit up, people. When promises, this is the part that strikes me, and it's deep. When promises are broken, because it's like he's talking from a moral, like, as he is as for him, his truth as a person. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationships can't continue. So that sounds like to me, from his version, what he's saying is like, okay, let's say it was a contract situation, which we keep hearing about. It's like he's saying it's a contract situation that's been broken. So no matter what, if you offer me a new contract or not, whatever, I'm done. Now, for me, this is where Liverpool comes into it, because not any team could come and make him it sound like push himself more to say, you know what, just F Newcastle completely, and I want to move now. Liverpool are a big club. Let's not act silly here. Do you get what I'm saying? But he's putting it on them that basically Newcastle are absolute liars and they're doing him dirty. And as a moral thing, he's putting it as, yo, this is just not on. And he's not moving forward. And he's saying that's where things are for me right now, for now. Okay. And why change is in the best interest of everyone. He's telling Newcastle what's best for them, not what they think. He's like, what's best for you lot and me is just like basically just to move on, basically. Alexander Isak. And it's left at that. So I can imagine the comments are just flying in amongst themselves. I don't know what to make of that. Shout out to all 174 of you in there. Hit those like buttons. Bloody yo, these comments are flying in. I probably missed out on loads. Absolutely loads. If I missed out, I apologize. I'm just gonna fly through some. If you got questions, man, let me know your thoughts. Do you get what I'm saying? Never seen a club act like a scorned lover before from MM. Boy, I don't know what that necessarily means, bro. Like, I just feel like it goes both ways. Can Newcastle deal with this better? It sounds like it. Regardless, just from you call it bias if you want. We so as well. All of them. I'm sorry. This is bad, man. And like I said, in there, I didn't see him give love to the fans at all. Maybe because he feels like he obviously sees all the comments and the vitriol and all the nastiness and people upset. But what does he expect, bro? Because if it's so deep, you should have come out with this from a long time ago. Then, because either way, it's going to be damaging coming out with a statement. But you left it this long. I've said it before. I don't know what you lot think. You haven't put in a transfer request. We all know why, because that goes into definitely the agent's pocket and Isak's pocket. So it's just all mad out here. Isak rattled Newcastle with that statement. Look, I said it's gonna be interesting what they're gonna say. It's gonna be interesting. Shout out to Big Crumbs. It's gonna be interesting because, like I said, it's already gone bad before. It's jarring. I'm tired of it. Then we don't know what's really going on. Do we have to really sell Isak to get strikers, or have to buy strikers in first and let Isak go? Do Newcastle really want him to go? Now he's come up with a statement. Newcastle got to stop the bullshit. They don't have to. They could be like, we're not playing Isak's game. But it's so damaging, and it's the fans that are suffering as well in terms of just knowing what's going on. We don't want all this negative light on us. Do you get what I'm saying? This is supposed to be one of my biggest seasons since the takeover. Like, I almost forget we're in the Champions League because obviously we ain't got no strikers. Got a draw over the weekend away. I thought we would have lost the game, but we move on. He comes up with a statement now, and who have Newcastle United got next? Liverpool. Let's call it the Isak Derby. It was already going to be spicy and it's going to be a mental game for many reasons. And it's always a nice atmosphere between Liverpool and Newcastle anyway when we play. But this one feels a bit different. It was always going to be spicy. But now you come out with this. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's madness. I'm reading some of the comments out of here. Preached by East African brother, bloody hell. Shout out to Zachariah saying free Zach. Shout out to Curtis LFC. Oh, you just talking to Ginny Star. Big up to Ginny Star. Big up to all the mods in there. Just going through some of these comments, man. Bare free Isaacs. He breaking grown man's hearts, boy. Like, nah, don't do that, E6. Nah, he's pissing off people, women and men, but children, nah, don't do that, bro. Real talk. You get me? The kids, the Newcastle kids are confused, bro. Some of them are still wearing Isaac shirts. You get me? And I see certain content people saying, Newcastle United are burning shirts as well. It's not shirts, unless there's more that I ain't seen. I see one clip of a burning shirt, and I haven't heard no voices behind. I haven't seen no one actually do it or speak. It could have been anyone doing that video or burning the shirts. But each of their own, if that was the case, that ain't my style. Do you get what I'm saying? But bro, I don't blame them at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying? But anyway, Thiago says, do you know how stupid Newcastle look in all of this? Holding player who talks mad about their split in the club. It cannot be good for them to keep Isak. Bro, whether it's good to keep Isak or not, that's on Newcastle. Me personally, I would have just got rid from long time. People say pay the price 150. Is that price really 150? Because we're not hear properly from our horse's mouth. Is it really 150? Are you really going to get 150? I don't know. But it's got so bad. People won't agree with me, but I would have just took one at least. Liverpool just stopped. And Liverpool got part to play as well. Just come back in, regardless what you think's going on, or waiting for us to buy strikers and all this. Just come in and bid at least 130 and call it a day. Because this is nasty. But Newcastle, at the same time, whether we like it or not, or whether I agree or not, Newcastle have every right to do what they want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, forget a verbal agreement, because that's just nonsense. This new modern day age of a man said he will do this and blah blah blah. That's dead, because no one, unless you're flying the wall in that meeting, you don't know what's going on. And the only thing that is the truth is your contract. So I don't agree with all that, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to big up to Connor for the super chat. I'm trying to find I can't find the super chat on air. It's not coming up, to be honest with you. Just bear me for a second, man. It's crazy. Big up to the super chat. Shout out to everyone in there. Trying to get through all the comments. I definitely cannot get through all of that. That is mental, by the way. Big up for your super chat, Connor. I'm gonna get to it. I got some technical difficulties and I can't seem to put it up on my screen, bro. But Connor says, big up Specs. That's Ginny Esther, by the way. Or mod up Sophie B, please. All right, I'll sort that out still. I'll sort that out. Connor, I'm gonna try and put you up, bro. But I'm gonna read out your comment from air. You got 2 likes there. Connor says, what did you think of club's response? Club website. All right, Connor. Thanks for the update. And that's what I was getting to. I was like, I need to see if Newcastle react in their statement. But if there is a statement on the website, which Connor says, if you're led to believe that's right, then I haven't read it yet, bro. I haven't read it yet. You get what I'm saying? That's for another day, another video, but it's going to be interesting. Craig Hope has Newcastle's side of the story and hints at the new price at 130. 130 makes sense for me. That'll make more sense for me. Do you get what I'm saying? And just get it done and dusted. But our owner's gonna have an ego and be like, you know what, Bunny, let's just keep him. And we've seen how it's going. And the whole Wisa thing, who's not the Isak replacement, by the way, that one's getting a bit mental as well. Because Brentford, and I knew would happen after they lost that game, because Brentford are gonna have problems. You got Wisa doing madness as well, deleting all these pictures to do with affiliation with Brentford and blacking out his pictures and stuff, and he's kind of on the same kind of route. But we won't get too much. I can get into that. You get what I'm saying? I can say he's got a year left on his contract, whatever. But Brentford is going from like 50 to now 60 apparently. So that shows they're kind of desperate to hold him and hope that he gets on with things. But Are Newcastle going to be that desperate themselves and say, look, man, it's crazy. If you don't get strikers that we want, that we deemed right, moving forward, and also to let Isak go. And this is where Newcastle got a part to play as well. Let's just sort the Isak thing out and just keep it moving. You get me? You see, S77. I haven't seen it because I haven't seen the statement. I just started the live. I haven't seen it yet. Unless someone could give me an idea, obviously not word for word, if someone could give me an idea of what roughly Newcastle was saying, I can't answer if it was strong enough or not. But that'll be a next conversation. Do you get what I'm saying? But if they had put out a statement like you lot are saying, that they had to immediately. Shout out to E6. Hope you keep him. To be honest, don't want him. For one or two Liverpool fans, elaborate. Is there a reason why you don't want him? Because of his behaviour, or you rather they spend elsewhere? You get what I'm saying? Amanda was representing the club. Don't try it. Who's that to, Zachariah? I'm confused, bro. Representing when? When that contract was apparently being promised, that was from Amanda, but she got ousted out. Mitchell obviously came in. Apparently, he's like, yo, you're on 120 plus a week. You got 3 years left on your contract to look after the club and PSR purposes. We ain't doing that. And that's where it's all gone left. Even more left. You get me? Big up Specs. He's got a hella comments tonight. Hey, shout out to John K. Yeah, I can't, obviously, I can't get through all the comments. I don't know why the super chats ain't coming up, because people might think I'm just disrespecting, but it's not popping up. Do you get what I'm saying? Usually you see like a little something on the right where it pops up and I can see what's being said. I can't, it's not popping up. You get me? So if you super chat, let a man know, or someone let me know so I can read it out. Do you get what I'm saying? But shout out to everyone in there, man. Like I said, hit those like buttons. I just had to just speak in it, man. I just wanted some by myself. This is new to me. It's a bit nerve-wracking. I do live watch-alongs, but to do a live just chatting one-on-one, one night, 6 of you and people in the comments, this is new to me. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a bit nervous in that sense, but I want to have a conversation. Question and answers. I'll go through what I can. The true agenda in case you got beat again. Shout out to Sophie B. I'll mood you up. See all the talking, but let's see who will go back on their word. Joe Morrison says, and that's an interesting one, still, in a sense. That's an indie. You see the laughing emojis, but that's an interesting one because I ain't seen a statement yet. But Isak standing on business. Is that gonna, regardless what the statement says? I need to really read that. I wish I had it on me. I wish. I will come out. I will basically. It's gonna be weird. Isak will stand on business. When Newcastle say, you know what, F this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this at all. Big up, Cav. He's just messaged me saying I gotta find and read the statement. You can't wait for the video. All right, everyone, I'm gonna look for the statement. Yeah, where's the statement? I've been told to look for the statement. I'm gonna read it out myself. See what's really going on. I'm gonna find it. I didn't want to stop the stream. You get what I'm saying? But man, I'm saying you gotta find this the statement, bro. So I'm gonna look for it now. Or Cav, if you can send me the statement, so that I can read it out. It's absolute circus. This is, people. Is it on Newcastle's website? You have a look. Because I said to myself, this had to come out. All right then. All right. Thanks to Cav. He's part of my team. He sent me the bloody statement. This is interesting. Let me read this statement out. Sorry if I ain't got through all your comments here. This is a hell of comments. Like John K said, I can't keep up with this. I wanted questions and answers, but this is a melee. Absolute melee. All right. Shout out to all 201 of you. Bust them likes, man. Hit a sub if you're new to this as well. We do this daily. Cav just sent me the statement. He's from Red Pitch Podcast. I see another super chat here for. Big up to S7 for that, bro. Much appreciated. All right, I'm going to read the statement out. It says, we are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post by Alexander Isak this evening. Boy, they're putting his name out there. We are clear in response that Alex remains under contract, okay, and that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle United this summer. Bumbleclaw. Now you see, I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad he sent this statement. You know, I'm glad. I'm gonna stop there. Wow, because and I say wow because this is gonna turn it. This is absolute madness. Because we spoke earlier in the chat with the people them here, and I said it in my video that I just put out. I said he's put Newcastle on smoke. His truth is his truth. So when Fireburn earlier on in the chat, big up Fireburn, by the way, when he was like, the truth's come out. No, you can't do that. There is no truth that's come out. That's Isak's truth. And I'm not saying Isak's lying. I'm just saying, because his truth is his truth. And Newcastle's truth. So they've come out and said, yo, no one's made no commitments. So who's lying then? This shit ain't gonna end well, you know. I can see this shit ending up in some legal battles. I can see Newcastle saying, nah, pussy or F you, you're staying there. We don't care. We don't care. This is crazy. This is crazy. He's saying one thing, that I'm not moving forward because you've broken the promises and you can't move like that. I wish Isak elaborated what the promises were, but he never. He says, the next part says, we want to keep our best players, but we also understand the players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. Okay, but listening and doing two different things. As explained to Alex, this is nasty. This is nasty. It's not like he's not playing for Newcastle United no more, and this is a whole complete different conversation. Like in a sense of, when someone leaves and they have their say, this guy is still under Newcastle's payroll. Has he been fined there? Is he still getting paid weekly, big money? This is crazy. Yeah. So as explained to Alex and his representatives, his agent, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle United, the team, and our supporters. In all decisions, and we have been clear. Buckler. Newcastle said they've been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. But what does that mean, really? What does that really mean? Like, hasn't transpired? What is that in a sense of we want more money, whoever comes in for you? Like, what? You see, yeah, everyone could put out statements, man, but no one's gonna put out the full. You get what I'm saying? Nitty gritty, because when you want to put out a statement, or from Isak's part as well, I don't think Isak sat down and typed that shit himself. He probably sat down with someone, read it out. Do you agree with that, Isak? Yeah, boom, put that out. And Newcastle obviously got their professionals to put this out. So, okay, we do not foresee those conditions being met. Wow. Oh, wow. So what does that mean then? This is a proud football club, you're damn right, with proud traditions, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains part of our family. That's mind games, by the way. Mind games. That's mind games. That's mind games, man. Like, boy, anyway, he remains part of our family and will be welcomed back when he is ready to retrain his teammates. That is mind games. Hit those likes, people, man. Nah, that is mind games. That last part, please tell me what you lot think. I've read it out. Is that last part mind games? That he is family. He's family. He will remain family, and is welcome back. Look, this is dumb now. What I got from that, I can't speak for Newcastle United. What I got from that is they're basically saying that, bro. This is my opinion. They're saying, bro, you will be integrating back in this team whether you like it or not. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, but big up to NUFC Truth. Me and them are always going at it. Regular. Clickbait Liverpool fans. Newcastle have just said he's not for sale, but specs never reads his comments. Over 100 comments saying he's not for sale. NUFC Truth. This is why I put up your comment, because big up to you, because you're always in here. You get me? And me, you don't see eye to eye. But one, there's over 100 comments, probably more than that. Definitely way over 100 comments. Bro, I don't need to read the obvious, my bro. You're a Newcastle fan. I'm a Newcastle fan. We've heard he's not for sale many a times. So we already know that. That's old news, isn't it? So forget about not for sale, bro. We're chatting about Isak on his statement and how he's moving. So that's my thing. I don't understand what you want me to repeat. He's not for sale. That's old news. You get what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I don't know what to believe no more. NUFC Truth, because 1 minute you hear he's not for sale, the next minute you're hearing this and that. Do you get what I'm saying? Now we've seen the statement. It doesn't fully say he's not fully for sale, but it says certain things ain't being met. So easy for sale or easy for not. But anyway, big up to you. Big up to everyone in the chats. You get what I'm saying? Big up to NUFC Truth. You get me? Because you know what? He always turns up, keeps it respectful, but we go at it one-on-one, but we all got love. We got the same love for the same club. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's what it's about. Questions, answers, opinions. Whether you're Newcastle, whether you're the Ops. Do you get what I'm saying? God says, whether you keep Isak or not, he's never going to play for you again. So you'll be paying his wages for nothing. He can't even step foot in Newcastle again. Bro, and you know what? I'd rather this get sorted and done. But that's Newcastle's prerogative, bro. If we want to keep him, if it's for spiteful sake or whatever, bro, what they got to do, what they got to do. If they want to stand on business and show like we don't want a domino effect of this situation happening again, so be it, bro. If you ask me to pick which one I'd rather go for, I'd just rather Isak gone. Because in a sense, you're right. This is mental. Even before this statement, this is absolutely dark. For him to be integrated back anyway, there was slight hope. They were thinking, Eddie Howe, he likes to be balanced and doesn't want to but come on now, it's dead. But that last part I got from that statement was mind games for me. As if to say, bro, stop your nonsense and come back in. But surely, before the window shuts, something has to be done. Do you get what I'm saying? Liverpool want to win the UEFA Champions League. Sammy ain't doing that. Apparently, I think some people are saying for Liverpool to go for Sammy. I don't know. Let my Isak go. Boy, from Toon to Scouser. Boy, who knows? It's going to be interesting. Do you get me? RSL says, Isak is Isak replacement. He got 19 non-penalty goals in a shite team. He could get 20 for you guys. Yeah, that's all well said and done, RSL, but that's not the Isak replacement. That's the Wilson replacement. But as it stands, I'm desperate, bro. Like whatever, I want something done over the line before that game on Monday. Imagine that. And of all games against Liverpool, that's gonna be a techie one. It's gonna be a spicy one. You get what I'm saying? Steven says to Sophie, no one said 150. Well, this is where I want clarity coming out. Because NUFC Truth says he's not for sale, which I already know. But even for that statement, I kind of want more clarity. You get what I'm saying? Is Isak for sale? Make it clear or not. If he is for sale, make it clear in a statement what's the price. If not, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like a merry-go-round. It's like Newcastle it feels like they're just waiting. I could be wrong. They're waiting for the transfer window to be shut. And then it's going to be a whole lot of noise. And that ain't healthy anyway. Because what's going to happen is, let's say Isak is at Newcastle United way after the transfer window shuts. And then what? Let's say he doesn't play or keeps getting fined or whatever it is. The sad reality is when it comes back to December again, it's going to be toxic noise again. And that ain't good for anybody, to be honest. Part of me really thinks, before this statement and what Isak done, part of me really thought he might stay. Whether he plays or not, they might keep him. But after this is too much. Do you get what I'm saying? This is too much. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Hit those like buttons, though, if you're in there. There's 235 of you in there. You get what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming in there late. Get me? I just wanted a conversation. I can't go through all the chats. And UFC wants me to go through the chats. I can't. You get what I'm saying? There's too many. I didn't think there'd be that much review in there. I'll be honest. And it's the first time doing this one-on-one thing, like question and answers. Curtis says from Curtis LFC says keep him. He will get him for 60 next season when you get relegated. Really, bro? That's wishful thinking, man. You get what I'm saying? Isak Kington, bring Isak home. You don't actually got names, you know, under Isak. That's madness. Bring Isak home. Brother, he's home. Fuck up with the shout. Small time FSG got told by a massive PIF summer down. That's what Sophie says. We got Sophie. 130 mil does it, Steven says. I'll be cool with that, to be honest. Just to get this whole thing done and dusted. Liverpool will pay the 150 million and end this shit. I can't see Liverpool paying 150. You get what I'm saying? And let's say Liverpool did get him. How quick is he gonna be ready to be match fit and match sharp? Like games come thick and fast. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. And if there's any Liverpool fans in there, some said they don't want him. Elaborate. See, a lot of Liverpool fans obviously still want him. They're saying free Isak. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, would you, even after all this, yes, I'll keep it real. Liverpool are a different breed from Newcastle, but wouldn't you be a tad concerned that if man can do all this and something went left, if he was at Liverpool and he done all this, you know? I feel the whole Trent situation and this situation is slightly different, but football's a funny game, innit? Because I see certain Liverpool fans on a mad one. Not all of them with the Trent thing, but now you want Isak. It's like F that, you don't care. And I hear it because we want Wisa. Goes round in circles. I couldn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big up SK. I read the statement now, bro. I read it now. You get what I'm saying? So I had to. My friend just messaged me saying, Cav just messaged me from Red Pitch. Said I have to read it out. You get what I'm saying? Todd says it wasn't that strong of a statement. That's why someone was asking before to read it. Do I think it's strong? I think they're a bit careful with it. I think there's a bit of mind games in there. Do you get what I'm saying? But how strong would they need to be? Because to me, this ain't gonna end. Do you get what I'm saying? They probably didn't want to. They could have been stronger. They could have been more firm. But I think they tried to be balanced in the sense of let's not make it even more of a circus than what it already is. My whole thing is whether it's strong enough or not. I'd rather see clarity. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up, Joe. Yeah, I've read it out now. So shout out to everyone. I'm glad I read it out now because people are saying I couldn't carry on this without reading it out. It wouldn't make sense. MM says Newcastle statement never mentions 150. Why do people not even bother to know what they are talking about? To be honest with you, that's why I've said in the last few videos. That's what's been out there because we only could take what we get put out there, but at the same time we can rebuttal that and say, is that what really Newcastle's really asking for? Because all I've been seeing for the whole summer is pay the 150. His value's 150. Then on the other hand, you're hearing he's not for sale. Full stop. So back to NUFC truth again when he was saying read that he's not for sale. All week, bruv, wherever you get your sources from, we'll get from the same place. I hear 150. Where does that come from? Then you hear not for sale. Where does that come from? I wish this, but the statement is kind of saying he's not for sale, but then again, it's just saying certain things ain't being met. So what's that statement saying then? If things are met, then we can move forward. So really, there's not really full clarity anyway. Big up Sam saying big up Specs. Big up everyone in the chat. Yeah, I read it out, Lynn, man. Like I had to in it. I couldn't read that Isak statement and then not read that Newcastle's one. I thought it would come out the next day, but they came out quick. Paul Soka says, nah, it's weak. You say Newcastle statement's weak. When you don't say weak, try to elaborate to me why you think it's weak. What more do you think he should have been said, like on your point of view? 120 mil and a pack of Skittles, my guy. 120 mil, 10 mil add-ons. Bro, that's not a bad shout. I just want it done and dusted. When it first happened, I was like, F that. Keep him. Where Isak's moving is mental. This statement is dark. By tomorrow morning, it's going to see all the headlines. It's going to be mental. I don't want him because it will spoil Newcastle's team spirit. You know what? Chat and MM and just people in general in there. Because obviously footballers live in their own little bubble, innit? And naturally you would think people players behind the scenes, they're gonna be pissed off or whatever or rah rah rah. But do you think they're in their own bubble where the players are not pissed off with you? Where the players are like not necessarily supporting them, but in their own little bubble, they understand it or think, yeah, I hear it, bro. Like, but or maybe one or two will be like, nah, your actual actions are moving a bit mad because you are causing ridiculous amount of negative energy and attention on the club. Because every press conference now ain't even about the game no more. It ain't even about necessarily about transfers. It's just about Isak. Tomorrow will be the same thing. Then you got the likes of me doing content like this. Do you understand? Time to argue with Liverpool fans. Shout out to Ethan. Boy, big up to the Liverpool fans, you get me? Because a lot of them follow me and we have bants, passionate conversations. Football's football, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I will have conversation with the ops. You can get heated with the ops as well, but it doesn't have to be malicious or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, do you still want Isak? Like, this is cray. And as NUFC Truth said, my guy, is even for sale. You get what I'm saying? Finally, Newcastle moving like a proper big club. Sab, you're cheeky, bro. You're cheeky. Shadow. Newcastle just said that conditions have not been met for him to go. They did not refuse that promises was made. I have to read it again because I'm sure they, before that part, they basically said, no, I'm sure the statement, they basically did say what Isak saying is not how it's gone down. So from what I got from it, Shadow, they're both calling each other liars. So where does it end? You get me? Shout out to your BKB. Good entitlement. Free Isak now. Bloody hell. Boy, you have to wait and see in it if you're gonna get your guy. You have no strikers as he would not give his all, so you will drop out the Champions League and the FA and Carabao Cup, then drop down. But Newcastle ain't far away, man. Hopefully we soon sort out some strikers, at least one, because Andy Gordon ain't the one for me to be the center in that role. I think it's wasted. He should be in the left. In terms of he won't give it his all, well, then that be if he was integrated back in the team in the World Cup season. Well, I heard what is the Swedish manager had to say, and it kind of looked like he was backing Isak. If it's led to be right, what the quotes I read. So it seems like whether Isak plays or not for Newcastle, sits out all the time, as long as he's semi-fit, looks like he'll still have a place in the Swedish international team come the World Cup, which I think is mental if you're another player and you're seeing that. Sam says Liverpool rattled. Are they? What's going on in the chats? It's the food chain. Newcastle fans allow it. I hate that narrative, the food chain. I rather just say it is what it is. Liverpool are a bigger club, but at the same time, Newcastle, we're not mugs. Even though there's a lot of questions I've got how they're dealing with the Isak situation, how Isak's dealing with it himself, and just how we've been in the transfer market. Not for lack of trying, but just, no sporting director and who's running what and who's negotiating. It's all a big mess, man. Like, I never thought a few weeks ago we'll still be talking about this when the season's starting. Negative attention. Do you get what I'm saying? Dan Burns and Anthony Gordon spoke out. Gordon said it'll be spicy against Liverpool. Burns was like, he didn't shy from it. He just said, like, yo, we all know the noise that's been going on and the Isak situation, but he said on camera, because behind the scenes could be something different, but he's saying, like, when people ask the players, are they even more together now because of the Isak noise? And he's just like, but we've always been together, which is true. And he's just saying, we'll be together after that. So, yeah, it's madness. A pack of hobnobs, you lot are jokers. Called him out, and now they won't sell him. Lynn Simpson believes. You know what? It's going to be interesting. Tomorrow will be interesting. The next day after that. Alan Thompson says, Dread, he's not for sale. End of story. You heard it yourself. 224 of you in there. Hit a sub if you're new to this. We do this live panels as well. And you know what? I'm cool with that. You get me? I'm not so pissed off and irritated and jarred it's like I just want him gone, just to everything just to be over with. But like I've also said earlier in the stream, if we kept him, I wouldn't have an issue with that either. Because you got to stand on business somewhere, even just for the sake of it. F it. And Thompson says, end of story. So I hope that is the end of the story, but it's not going to be in it. Maybe in house, but not out, not externally. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be mad interesting. I just think that statement was dark. Newcastle came out quicker than I thought. This is it's just nasty, man. Especially when he's still under the payroll. It's just nasty. Like, you've got people under the same club going at it. A club had to stand behind promises their directors make. Look, songs, like I said, I'm not calling Isak a liar, whatever he feels is his truth or whatever his morals are, whatever. Unless you're a fly on the wall, you don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? And like I said, this new modern day thing of, and Wisa said it as well, it's a new thing. Harry Kane, verbal agreement, verbal handshake. Bro, these guys you're dealing with are businessmen, bro. They do what the best is for them and the club. More time, not all of them. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's no point of a contract then. And when you start doing contracts now, it's probably going to be a new thing saying, when you sign this contract, do not engage to try to have no verbal agreements. This is it. No one put no gun to Isak's head when he signed a 6-year deal. His agent moving mental. He didn't say, yo, you know what? I want to put in a release clause. Ban all that, man. I'm not having that. Shout out to Liverpool, Warrior, StreamYard issues. Lots of other creators experiencing it too. I'm glad you said that. I don't want no one thinking giving super chats, missing them or not putting it up. Do you get what I'm saying? I appreciate the super chats, by the way. It just weren't popping up. Usually it pops up automatically. So shout out to everyone in there. Do you get what I'm saying? If I missed out on your comments, wild, can't keep up. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up to over 200 of you still in there. YouTube is fucked. It's been happening to other channels. Thanks for that update. Made me feel much better. Because I've also seen some people do lives and it could have happened to me and I would have been pissed. See some people do lives and it's literally just going in circles, just frozen. That's mental. Shout out to Giovanni. Shout out to G-Link on my mod specs. The club have released a statement. Yeah. Basically, he says Isak is talking. Yeah. Big up G-Link. I'm late on the comments, man. I've read it. I've read it out now. You get what I'm saying? Interested to hear everyone's thoughts. You get what I'm saying? Any questions or your opinions on it? It's going to be a long 6 months if he's there when the window closes. Have fun. Boy, well, that must be alluding to Isak, because if he wants to do that, that's on him. I think that's absolutely mental, though. Like even after this statement, I find it hard for him to come back, because how silly will he look if he says, you know what, I give up. I'm ready to be integrated and get me focused again and start banging in goals for this beautiful club. He will look like a madman. Sophie B says, what Liverpool fans can't seem to comprehend, Newcastle have no PSR issues. APT is done in October, yep, and PIF don't care about money. Boy, Sophie said it there herself. That's an opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? And in terms of PSR, that wasn't an issue right now. That's not an issue. Maybe in long-term times, whatever, because I heard some fans, not Liverpool fans, just fans in general, take the money, helps PSR. Brother, buying players this summer ain't an issue. Don't necessarily need the money right now. The last 3 transfer windows were non-existent. So we should be cool. Clearly cool. It's not an issue. The only issue is getting certain players over the line. Wow, a Man United fan saying we're rattled. That's a joke. Look at your club 15. Madness from Curtis from LFC. Big Joe says to Alan Thompson, they've said the same thing all summer. These comments, boy. LFC have given a green light 130 mil bid, and NUFC saying 130 mil, but there we are saying, but I don't know where all this is coming from. Do you get me? Like I said, I'm led to be, well, what we've heard, like was said earlier, he's not for sale in it. But then you hear other things of like Liverpool may come in again, just a matter of time and all this. I heard Liverpool were going to come in before the start of the season again, but they never. So maybe it's real. It just ain't for sale. But the main thing is for all of us, whether you're a Newcastle fan or Liverpool fan or whoever, just a football fan in general, is this is wild. Obviously we've seen similar toxic things. I ain't seen this for my club before, but even just seeing this, if it is real, like Newcastle will stand on business and say, nah, bro, especially now, like F you can sit over there in the corner or wherever you are and just get fined every week or whatever. Can that really happen? That is mental. And from Isak's camp or himself, whoever, he seems like he's willing to do that. Because you saw in his statement, he made it clear that he sees it as the relationship is completely broken. He had his own words of his truth that, you get me, the way you lot are moving, I can't mentally or just morally continue with Newcastle United. Period. And this is going to go on and on and on. And what's mental about this whole situation is it's sad, but it's going to be intriguing for all football fans in general. Not really for Newcastle myself. It's not nice. It's going to be intriguing that where is this actually going to end? Like, what's the outcome actually going to be? Apart from it's not for sale, cool. We go with that. All right, then let's just say we go with that. Where's it go next? In court? Does it start getting nasty? Has Isak even been fined yet? Boy, Robert says the lanky big wrong'un hasn't put a transfer request in because it reduces his salary. I've been saying that, but no one talks about that. No one talks about that. Do you get what I'm saying? We all know Alex is about the mullah. I don't even know. I've not got that perception from Alex that is about the money or whatever. Whatever wants money anyway. He's on bloody big piece anyway. He's not the highest paid at Newcastle, which in terms of if you look at things, you would have thought he was. But yeah, I don't know him personally. Obviously, I don't know what's the motive, but I don't know if it's the money thing. Apparently, we've offered him other contracts. Apparently, he's not on it. Period. I don't think it's necessarily a money thing. I just think whatever he thinks or feels, which Newcastle deny, he feels Newcastle have done him the most dirtiest. And I think his behaviour is the most dirtiest. And obviously, when Liverpool come in and they made a bid already, it's been rejected, whatever. Liverpool are a big club. Let's not get it twisted. Don't like saying it too many times, but real is real, isn't it? Like Liverpool are big out here. They just won a Premier League. You hear these little narratives of, oh, Isak doesn't want to be in the Champions League. He wants to win it. Like that's a guaranteed for Liverpool to win it, or win the Prem again, which I think they will, by the way. But yeah, but then people will say, but Specs, be real. What's the most likelihood, or where he would win more, the Premier League and stuff like that? Liverpool or Newcastle. I've seen funny things happen, Leicester City, etc. But we're talking in sense. Of course, you're going to fit Liverpool. Liverpool are a big club anyway. The name's big. You're big now. Your name holds weight. People might laugh at me when I say Newcastle are a big club as well, bro. Newcastle's a beautiful club to play for, but there's a few chain, as everyone says. There's levels. So, all right, say no more in it. I'm just intrigued before I wrap up to see where this ends up. Because tomorrow's going to be another story, another video, another madness, and we're supposed to be chatting about football. Big season for Newcastle, you know. Haven't even got a striker, or we do have a striker, but he's refusing to integrate. Both statements are contradictions. Someone is lying. Who is? Giovanni. That's what I said. Someone's lying, isn't it? Or you know when certain things are said, that's not how Isak seen it, or that's not how Newcastle's seeing it. And at the end of the day, to be honest with you, regardless, and call me biased, whatever, bruv. But at the same time, nah, Isak, fuck you in it, because bro, you're under a blood clot contract, bro. Stop the madness. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he knows what he feels. I hear it, but I just got my feeling because I'm just pissed off with the whole thing anyway. It's like, nah, bro. They're putting out statements and shit on the contract, bro. It's madness if they're still paying Isak right now, unless they've got some kind of legal thing set up moving forward. I don't know, but that gets even more nasty. Where does it end? Get me? I ain't a Liverpool. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm a Man United fan. Liverpool too greedy. Tiki Toki looks decent as well. Okay, that's from E60. Get what I'm saying? Newcastle getting played like Eddie by Hughes and Edwards. Ha ha. That's from Stephen. Madness. Yeah, this is nasty work, man. We control. We can. You get me? We can have serious conversations because we're all football fans in here. Do you get what I'm saying? All 210 of us. Hit the like button if you ain't yet. Hit a sub if you're new to this, new to the channel. That'd be much appreciated. It helps the channel grow. This is my first time again. Like for all over 200 of you, I do live watch alongs, but chat one-on-one with you lot, that is new to me, especially when StreamYard's effing up for F's sake. So I appreciate you lot still in here. You get me? I won't keep you too long, but I just genuinely wanted some, have a chat. Like I was a bit nervous to come on and do this, but I said, nah, bruv. I want to have a general chat amongst all fans. You get what I'm saying? Yes, we've seen madness like this before. Suarez situation. People say to me, "Oh, Suarez and the Torres thing and all that," but I don't remember them, man. Or correct me if I'm wrong. Did they just go a wall and literally down tools and refuse to play? I'm sure they carried on playing eventually again. Then got their move. Do you get what I'm saying? LFC are winning this either way. We've got Ekatike, Isak don't want to play. That just sounds bad, man. LFC. You get what I'm saying? But I hear it still. That's bad, man. But anyway, I see that chatting amongst each other as well. Sophie B, what she got to say? Now Liverpool fans simmer down and understand your owners are nothing. Wow, Sophie's got some war there. She ain't playing. You see what this shit is doing to people now? It's just gone mad. They're of course gonna say not for sale because they're upset, but behind the scenes they don't want a quieter or a quitter ruining the mood of the first team. Well, if that was the case, that's already been done anyway. You're saying behind the scenes, look, man. You're saying behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Of course, they're gonna say that rare. Bro, fuck knows what's going on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I reckon, even if it is to be spiteful, then so be it. Whatever, innit? And like you said, they don't need the money right now. And just on a Newcastle perspective, forget the Isak and his personal feelings. I kind of feel because of the actions of Isak, in a sense, he's our biggest star, or was. Let's keep it real. The more this madness that Isak's doing, the more it's kind of probably pushing Newcastle to say, you know what, we might do want to look. Money's money in it, and everyone has their price at some point. But they probably got to stand on business and say, if we let him go now under when he wants to go, and we give in under his timing, then we'll look like mugs, and that sets a tone for every other player. Not a good look. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's going to be interesting. StreamYard has been dodgy all day. Yeah, big up for telling me that, man. Tiago 6. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Todd McGinn. Specs I can put. Okay, nah. Thanks for that. I saw this late, but yeah, I read it out from my Cav. He sent it to me, bro. I'm glad you lot up. Big up to everyone in the chat that updated me in the statement because I wouldn't have known. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Fireburn. But yeah, it's madness. Ethan saying cry. Yeah, it's madness in there. Some people are bantering each other, some people are warring, but I just want to have a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Stop it. No thanks. Shout out to B John. No thanks. Let's just not do that. You get me? It's on Twitter. Okay, G Linker. Thanks. Newcastle are hypocrites FC. Shout out Drunk Virgo. Big elaborate on that. I'm a bit confused by that one. You get what I'm saying? Let's try and keep it clean now. Let's not get nasty in the comments. You get me? Liverpool. Connor says Liverpool has Newcastle's number one target, and Newcastle keep Liverpool's number one target. It's just madness. We said to replace Isak. No, that's not the case, bro. Definitely trolling. Yeah, big up. Yeah. So shout out to everyone that's telling me before that the statement was up. Yeah, respect. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Now I see some of the. Okay, pay the full price for Visa. Nah, the Visa thing's mad. You know, I know it's not my money, innit? And in hindsight, I feel to say, yeah, pay the money. Do you get what I'm saying? Pay the money, but 60 mils mental for last year on your contract, man. That's crazy. Get him on a free next year, but we need him now. Best deal you haggard over many. Why are you changing stories? That's from Sophie B. To see a super chat pop up here. It's mental. The super chat ain't working on the system. I don't understand it. And it's starring people on there that's not even see. Oh, it's madness. God says, big up for the super chat, by the way. Isak wants to leave because he wants to wear a kit with a champion's badge. If I had a choice, I have to read this out. This is crazy. He doesn't want to wear a referee's home kit, blah, blah, blah. Hashtag, you never walk alone. Number 21 incoming. Wild. Big up for the super chat, though. We can't deny those. But yeah, nah, that's just being cheeky, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? But all free to have our comments here, whether it's bants, troll, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But as it stands, we say it's not for sale. But as it also stands, my personal feeling, regardless of what's not and what is, I cannot. I'll be surprised, right or wrong. I'll be surprised if Newcastle United, whoever's bloody running the whole thing right now, Ruben's in charge, or whoever's in charge of running shit right now. I'll be surprised if he goes. I really would. Because now it can turn to an ego thing. Like, you get me? Like, it's mad. Isak's really beefing these Saudis, you know? Man's really beefing the Saudis. Like, bro, boy, careful, you know? But anyway, they're probably going to stand on business and say, nah, bro, we're not doing this. But yeah, we are clear that Alex remains under contract so that no commitment has ever been made. Oh, safe, you're just okay. You're just copy and pasting. I appreciate that, by the way. I didn't get to see it at the time. Do you get what I'm saying? Curtis says Liverpool owners are great. Well, boy, I'm gonna lie. You're doing some business this season, and apart from a rattling Isak, but we won't get into that again because that just turns into something else. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why I thought Liverpool had a big part to play, just in a sense of 1 minute it's about promises, and then it's about when I think Isak was saying that the narrative has been put out that he didn't have these conversations or about leaving a long time ago, long time ago, and he feels like the narrative is being put out as if it's just been recent. You get what I'm saying? And certain fans are thinking it's just recent or why would he do it now? You're disrupting, blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, Isak's come out. The statement is dark. The statement was going to cause loads of noise anyway. I wanted to do a statement about a long time ago, but even though I know either way, you're damn if you do, damn if you don't, it's just going to cause headlines anyway. Matt Bannister, Newcastle should now go all in for us. Really? Nah, that's wishful thinking. I had this interest in Ramos, but apparently people keep telling me Ramos is saying that he's staying, he wants to stay. It's all getting a bit desperate now, isn't it? Giovanni says, I'm more intrigued about the Isak Newcastle story rather than him coming to Liverpool. Okay. I don't think he's coming. And I feel huge will meet with Newcastle to ensure the relationship between clubs are basically okay. But I think, well, they're supposed to be friends anyway. Actually, from Bournemouth days, supposed to have good relationship anyway. But who's actually running the stuff? The Isak thing, Eddie Howe said it himself before. When it comes to that, it's really the people above him. But when it comes to transfers, it sounds like he's really involved. I don't know. But I just feel sorry for Eddie Howe because if I didn't feel sorry for him already dealing with these questions, geez, by the time that next press conference is going to be nothing apart from about Isak. They were trying pushing a sign in to try and overshadow it a bit, but they can't. And it's just so ironic that, let's say Eddie Howe turns around in the press conference at one point and says, look, I just want to concentrate on the game now. Because he will ask some questions. He's not stubborn like that. Imagine he says, yo, there's a chat about the game now. But Either way, you can't get away from it because the game is against Liverpool. It's wild, man. That's that game there. I just hope our players are focused on hand because look, the noise there is going to be absolutely mental. And try and block out the Liverpool fans right up there. Um, I remember beforehand when there was talk of before this whole Isak thing really kicked in because our fans like we're different. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially the original Geordies. You get what I'm saying? They're like no other. Do you get me? And Liverpool fans as well. But I remember there was some talk of some groups trying to organize, something for like Jota or a little sing song or something. I can't remember, but something for Jota. I'm just starting to think, is that still going to be the case? RIP Jota, like are we going to, just put this whole situation aside and just, or has Jota been obviously he's had at Anfield the other day and all the games that started off on a weekend gave tribute to Jota and his brother and to his family. So I don't know if Newcastle are still going to do that or not, but that'll be interesting. Do you get what I'm saying? RIP to Jota and his brother. Do you understand? But yeah, that's going to be spicy. I don't know what you guys think of that game. Is it like? Do you think the players? Do you think it's more from the fans where it's going to be spicy in terms of an atmosphere, or do you think the players will feed into that? Especially the players at home, our players, because you any noise you hear, you're going to feed into it naturally. Do you get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, Liverpool and Newcastle games got a bit of history and it's got spice to it anyway. We didn't need this to add anymore, which is kind of negative as well. If Isak was going along with the program, I'd get your point, Big Joe saying, but watch Eddie's face on Friday at the press conference and tell me he's a guy who wants to deal with that for months. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean what you saying that Eddie Howe likes all this? I'm confused. What are you telling me, Big Joe? What kind of bath? But if that is what you're saying or whatever, I don't think Eddie Howe likes this, bro. They asked him, has he ever dealt with a situation like this before? He says, of course he has, like in other clubs, whatever, but he's like, not to this high profile, this magnitude. And people got short memory. Remember, it's just the other day, Eddie Howe had that dangerous, severe illness that he called. I can't remember that name of it. He had that illness. Do you get what I'm saying? I think he came out too quick anyway in terms of recovery. And he came out early for pre-season because of the way we've been running the club off the field and blah 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 and etc. etc. I heard some people even blame Eddie Howe to do with our transfers and stuff, and or the fact that they say he's a part to play why Mitchell went, part to play why Ashworth. I'm like, nah, Ashworth left. He thought it was greener on the other side. That went tits up. Mitchell, maybe there's a bit into that, but I wouldn't call Eddie Howe a liar. But he's came out barefaced and said it was a surprise to him when Mitchell left. So I don't know what's what. I feel sorry for Eddie Howe. I feel sorry he has to answer these questions all the time when he's just one man and his team. He's got to concentrate. But you keep saying, I want to concentrate on the team because it ain't just about Isak. Unfortunately, it is just about Isak right now, whether we like it or not. That's the effed up part. But in natural senses, Eddie's like, bro, I'm trying to like do something for my team and trying to get some plays in. Because you know what? When it's all said and done, and it's all about results at the end of the day, innit? If shit goes left, the first person to get the sack is Eddie. So this ain't fair on him. You trying to just get me? He's trying to study everything, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Newcastle can't afford Wissam. That's jokes. They definitely afford him. That's not an issue. Just don't want to pay that. Get me? I don't care what everyone says. We rattled LFC. That's what Ethan's saying. Bloody hell, you're causing a war in there, bro. It's on for business. Okay, thanks, Todd, for that. Thanks for everyone that beforehand that was updating me on where the statement was for Newcastle. Shout out to all 192 of you still in there. Hit those like buttons just before we wrap up. I'll much appreciate. If you ain't sub, feel free to. It's free. We do this daily with my live panel. We talk about football and after games, different fans from different clubs. We get into this. If you ain't seen it already, for those who ain't, it's like they've never seen this before. Oh yeah, they haven't. Last time a good player left, it was Andy Cole. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wouldn't say that. I'd say Demba Ba was a good player. I'd say Wijnaldum was a good player. Andy Carroll, who went to Liverpool, was a good player. It's ironic. So many players gone to Liverpool. Andy Carroll didn't even want to. He didn't even want to leave Newcastle. Apparently, that's what he said. But yeah, and when he went Liverpool, he went a bit left. To be honest with you, not saying if Isak did go there, that would happen. But yeah, let's let Isak cook at Anfield. Boy, the way it looks right now, it looks like he ain't going bloody nowhere. He'll be cooking at home, watching us play under our payroll and getting fined. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, big up for the that super chat. See, that's supposed to come out as a super chat there, but it's not. Streamline need to fix up. They're mashing up my thing. Shout out to S7 for that though, man. Newcastle need the PSR money. No, Stephen, no, bro. That doesn't exist right now for us. The PSR thing's not a thing. I'm telling you, not right now. Long term, yeah, but it's not to do with that. And you know what? At one point, when Newcastle did say that was coming out, he's not for sale. I'm not gonna lie, Liverpool weren't hearing that. But the Liverpool might have their own thing to say. You say he's not for sale, but we still came in of a bully boy thing, or they came in generally what they said they felt encouraged to have a conversation. But I've not seen Liverpool come back in. Liverpool, I think, even without extra strikers, they will still mash up and destroy this league, along with City, maybe Arsenal as well. Don't write off Chelsea. But in reality, long season, many games, they do need strikers. Nunes gone, Diaz and all that. Ekatike, I think he will smoke. I'm gutted twice. Rejected from Ekatike. Some will blame Newcastle and say it's your fault. Blah, blah, blah. But Isak, just a normal conversation. He cannot go to Liverpool, man. Just for the sake of the Premier League. That's just like, yeah, you look a bit shaky, or you can get got at defensively, but going forward, that's mental. To have, yeah, I don't want to get into that. That's mental. Eddie got a long day on Friday. Hey, Eddie Howe is stressed. He doesn't need this. Do you get what I'm saying? He doesn't need this. It's dead. United fan twerking for Newcastle. Shout out to Play, man. Shout out to all the ops and all the different fans in there. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up to the mods in there each and every time. Liverpool fans, please keep it respectful. I'm sure they are. It's all love, man. It's just football at the end of the day. It ain't that deep, but football is our passion. You get what I'm saying? It's our distraction. Even though some of the distractions we want to get away from football creeps into football, like, you know, the little stuff you see with the whole guy in a wheelchair at Liverpool and Mateus Tel and all that shit. Same old. Get me? About football, we're just football fans, innit? And we love football. Ain't that deep though. Do you get me? We have to take it personal. But this situation is like, I'm sure some of you Liverpool fans, you keep saying free Isak, but I'm sure you're tired of it as well. Like, he ain't the only striker in the world. You get me? You know, I say he's the best one right now for me personally. But what's that there? What's that comment there? Newcastle is PIF or what? That comment's mental. Curtis says Newcastle is PIF way of washing their dirty money. They don't care about you. Absolute madness. But you should have own opinions in it. Like, it's just you know just some of these comments are moving wild, boy. You get what I'm saying? If I miss out on your comments, like I said, I apologize. There's no way I was getting through all these comments. That is mental. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, Solo says, you think you're clever, Specs? You thought all along you was keeping him very crafty. You won't keep him. Brother. And I said that already in the stream before I ever read that. I said, in the beginning stages, especially with the whole bants and like, F that, you ain't going nowhere, rare. We got Champions League football as well, blah, blah, blah. My bro, whether we keep him or not or whatever, I really couldn't give a shit, bro. Because I'm just done with it, innit? And to be honest, we shouldn't keep him then if I'm done with it, because it's just going to cause unnecessary noise and distraction. I'm not used to all this. This is a different level. You're under a payroll. You're still under the club, license under the club, and you got statements coming out now. He's supposed to be at the PFA ceremony, celebrating with his counterparts. You're chatting about this statements going out against Newcastle. They're coming back straight away. It's just an in-house war, basically. But I'll say it again. I think it was mind games at the end when they said Isak is family and he's welcome back to the family. That's mind games for me personally. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll read some of these comments out before my wrap up, man. It's been a pleasure having you all here. I appreciate having honest conversations and a bit of bands, bit of passion. You know what I mean? Tangi says American owners don't sports wash at all. Nah, no comment. I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? Wow, Isak is the biggest rat I've ever seen. That's coming from Jimbo. Ethan. Sam. This is back to Sam. Big up Sam. You're literally a glory punter. Stop it. That's wild. Joe A says PIF are washing their funds through stadium and training and academy. They will build a training facility bigger and better than PSG. It was free for their comments. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone in there, man. Yeah, I mean, that is what sports washing is. This is what the Saudis do, unfortunately. The world we are in is not like, bro, you know what, to be honest, bro, I think every owner that comes in the modern age, in like back in the old school British days, you get me? I think every owner, Americans or wherever you are, there's obviously, it's business, isn't it? It's business, man. It's the fans that suffer at the end of the day if things go left. You get what I'm saying? It's business, man. Isak loves rats, so he'll fit in well at Liverpool. That's coming from Lee. Max, this is crazy. Some of these comments are wild. I don't know what you know. This guy and eye at each other, man. Try and keep it clean, though. American owners don't have human right issues. They're getting politics. You get me? RSO says Specs. Basically, you're taking a woman back you know has cheated on you and are now going down on what the fuck? I'm so what the fuck? I don't even know what you're even alluding to or what I yo, brother, loud big white for that. We ain't doing that, bro. You get me? Stand on Rastaman business air, you know, like that. Shout out to Bajan Red. Still 2 weeks to go. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. Do you get me? Geordie Dread up late, man. Stressed. Boy, I was more concerned, man. I just wanted to chat to the people. Big up to you. I just wanted to chat to the people, innit? I can't chat to my bloody self. You get what I'm saying? I want to see you up. Night owl sessions. These are the times that we usually go from and up until. Do you get what I'm saying? 200 mil from PIF and it's exempt from PSR. Okay. PSR is to do with money generation from the club's operations. Then you got FAP as well and all that nonsense and blah, 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 blah. Do you get what I'm saying? And the PSR thing, that's another comment. That's another day. I've spoken about that many a times. You know, I don't care what anyone says. You got Villa having to sell Ramsey to us, and we have to sell Anderson, who's for me is cooking at Forest. And then at the wrong time when he was starting to really, you know what I mean? It's horrible. Shout out to Waleed. It's like it's a Liverpool fan here. Newcastle has good ambitions, good ambitious owners. Eddie Howe is dumber, and his brother is dumber. Dumber and dumber. Bloody hell. I'm confused by that one there, boy. So what? I'm baffed. Shout out to you saying me, Waleed. I'm baffed with that one. I don't know what that means. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to everyone that's here, man. Hit the like buttons again if you haven't yet. If you're just coming in for a wrap up when we come out, you can comment after the stream is done. You get what I'm saying? Hit a sub if you're new to this. I do this. I was a bit nervous. Like I said again, first time doing one-on-one conversations, question and answers. Obviously, live watch alongs, that's a bit different, but one-on-one's direct. I was a bit nervous to do this. I'm glad I did. Appreciate you lot being in there, having a conversation. You know what I mean? We try and keep the comments clean. We can be passionate. We can be heated, but this is what Isak's done to us, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone in there. All these comments now, just getting all this guy and eye with each other now. Do you get me? Bloody hell. TT says NUFC. Do you have some dignity? I'm confused. Shout out to Benny in the building, man. Yeah, smash them like buttons, man. Let's have Premier League games and FIFA World Cup in America more. Okay, I think that's the whole argument with American owners and the Saudis and blah blah blah. Do you get me? Other so you're cheeky. Families break up all the time. Well, you heard it. They said he's family. You can come back in it. You can break up and still, you know what I mean? But no, that's dead. I think it's mind games, that last part. You get me? What's that now? He wants to win Champions League and Premier League. Hashtag free Isak. Imal Heskey says. Is that a guarantee? Yeah. Sometimes it's not always greener on the other side, you know. But with Isak's talent, I can't see him. I could see him going anywhere and smacking it. Even in a low level team. It's hard to even praise him now, you get me? Because he is special on the field. Let's keep it 100. And it's sad because Newcastle took a punt on him. Obviously, it goes both ways. Newcastle took a punt on him. He only had, 6 goals out of how many games for Real Sociedad? Eddie Howe and crew, yeah. Saw something in him because Eddie Howe is a good coach. You see what he's done with Joe Linton and some young players, and you know what I mean? But Isak stands on business, and so does Newcastle. G says PIF are the wealthiest sovereign fund on planet Earth. They don't need to be washing money. Tell them again. Winner on Monday takes Isak. That's fucking jokes, man. That is jokes. It's definitely Isak Derby. When I first heard that line, Isak Derby, I was like, nah, bro. That's all weird. You get me? But nah. It is an Isak Derby. It's gonna be. Try and get through some of these comments, man. Newcastle are holding him hostage. They promised him he can move. Newcastle are a small club. You're doing same to Isak. Gareth, that's disingenuous, man, or just we got Gareth, by the way, but that's a bit ignorant, man. Why are we still doing that? We're holding him hostage. He's on a contract, by the way, and saying we broke. Remember, that's what Isak's saying. Gotta be careful because it all depends. See, now coming down on whose side you're on. I try and keep it impartial, even though I'm pissed with Isak. But just to say, so because Isak says that, that's exactly how it went down. Who knows, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? Now it's definitely a he said, she said. Both come out with statements. You get what I'm saying? Stop it. Liverpool will launch a third kit with Isak number 9. Okay. Hope your Newcastle fans are enjoying your Newcastle brown ale. Boy, man, not drink them thing there, but it's definitely got history. Newcastle brown ale. Still got the old shirts with the brown ale. You know what I mean? Ethan says pay 150. Ethan's on this 150 stuff. You get me? But yeah, let's go. Says them idiots that talk about Saudi money are absolutely clueless and are lucky PSR is a thing. Newcastle can't spend any of the Saudi money. When they are able, people will know about it. If you could, that blow everyone away immediately. It's mental, isn't it? I haven't got an issue necessarily with having some certain rules, but I think if you're a new owner, you should at least have 2 years to do what you feel to do. Richard Masters came out on camera, first time seeing him at the Premier League launch event, and typical like politicians, he wasn't really answering the question. You know what I mean? Even when they're asking about the whole Man City situation, is he frustrated? He wasn't answering that. He's not answering anything, but without getting too much into it, I think the so-called Big Six and him and his cronies are all got something going on because as soon as Newcastle got taken over, rules got implemented. The new rules got implemented immediately. When there was noises about Newcastle looking to take Saudis looking to take over Newcastle, you had so-called top 6 Premier League owners making noise to Richard Masters and his boys with concerns. He's listening to whatever concerns they think. We all know what it is anyway. And that's it. So the likes of Villas and Newcastles, etc., is what it is. I don't think some people say it may change. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon or ever. Newcastle and Villa, they're just going to have to try and. It's impossible though to try and go against these guys, man, and then compete. But we have to keep on trying. It is what it is. Reason other fans don't like PIF is because they are the richest. Let's be. Oh, well, of course it comes down to that. It's fair, isn't it? Not as in what's balance fair, as in scared. Get me? Specs very crafty. Solo says, no. It's so good, man. Anyway, big up to everyone in the chats again, though. I'm gonna keep repeating that. I appreciate you all, even the silent listeners, whatever you're doing. Paulie says they're not Saudis are not sport washing for the financial reasons. It's to improve the Saudis' public image. Boy, some may argue that go hand in hand. Not me saying that. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Total Eclipse at Geordie Dread. VVD hitting that winning header on Monday and doing the Isak celebration will hit like hey. It's somewhat look. That'll be I can see that happening either way, you know. If it's a Newcastle player or a Liverpool player. If Liverpool player done that, nah, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. That'd be worse than Skelly did the whole imitation of Haaland. You get what I'm saying? Don't put that into my head, bro, because that's madness. I'm not. That's scary. Free Mike Ashley, never going back to that, mate. You're crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's gonna be Usherman 2.0. TJ says he burnt the bridge with Newcastle, but he was in the basically he's at what was in the middle. 3 years left is a prison sentence. Nah, bro. When you're signing that contract for that big money, you're not thinking it's no prison sentence, innit? Because no one ain't putting a gun to your head to say sign this. And you should have negotiated a release clause and blah 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 if that's the case. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, it's so mad. But no, shout out to everyone that commented in there. Do you get what I'm saying? Trying to keep up the comments. It's time to wrap up. Man, can't be on there. Had a good conversation. You get me? Better people saying free Matt Ashley. You lot are funny. Shout out to the super chats. Hopefully, I didn't miss any. StreamYard is playing up as people have alerted to me in the chats. But yeah, what's this one from Bobby? But a lot has happened since when? A lot has happened since then, Dread. How do Chelsea owners come in and spend 2 billion and you man still thinking PSR is a thing? Bro, well, obviously, look, I didn't have to answer that properly, but look, man, before the rules were in, and Chelsea were already a big team to me anyway. But before the rules were in with the Chelseas, the Man Cities, and rare, the clubs that wanted to try and shake out the Premier League and compete with the likes of Man United and Liverpool, who've done it organically, and Arsenal. It's not fair, is it? Then, isn't it? Those clubs get to come in, invest in the club, not just on the pitch, in the club. That creates success. So that creates better marketing value and marketing stuff and so on to get them where they are today. And Chelsea found loopholes, obviously, sending the women's team, blah, blah, blah. And they're good at selling players because they've created a thing of buying players. And, I rate them for that. But then Newcastle ain't got a chance to do that, what Chelsea and Man City did. So for me, PSI is a thing. Look, PSI is there, to apparently to not let things happen to what nearly happened to Morecab and the berries of this world. But these are Premier League teams, bro. Ain't none of these teams going to bust right now, getting relegated. Do you get what I'm saying? Full of money. So what PSR stands for is not what it's really for, then, innit? And we all know that. Let's just stop the cap. It's there to protect the so-called Big Six. And whether you like it or not, agree with me or not, or call me biased, that's what I think it is. I know it's that. Because how can you not even be able to test the waters a bit for the first year or two? It's just straight away. Newcastle's in, bang, PSR. What is that, a coincidence? Come on, let's not do this. Gareth says free Isak. Yeah, big up to everyone in there, man. You get what I'm saying? We'll go again soon. Got 141 left of you in there. I was gonna try and wait to go way, way down before I come off, but tomorrow I'll probably do another live, man. There'll be another. This ain't gonna end. There'll be updates. I'll probably do a live with a panel or myself. It depends what you lot want. If you want another one-on-one tomorrow, or the next 2 days, get an update from this. I already put a video out before this. Go check it out. Yeah. If I haven't read your comments, I'll be here all bloody day. And that was the whole point of doing this, to engage. And I appreciate you that have engaged with me, and even the silent listeners just listening to me, whether you think I'm chatting waffle or not, or agree, or just interested in the whole convo and the people's thoughts. Shout out to the Spurs people in there as well. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, if you haven't hit a sub yet, hit it. I'd much appreciate it. It was nerve-wracking doing this. Hit a like before you come out, hit a comment afterwards, and you know what I mean. Shout out to all the mods in there. I appreciate you being up this mad late. Big up Ginesta. Appreciate you too, bro. And I appreciate everyone in there. Do you get what I'm saying? No doubt, even the ops, even the ones that support Newcastle when we don't agree and blah blah blah. It's all love because as long as it ain't nasty or malicious, it's all good. You get me? I don't mind heated and disagreements and whatever. Or tell me I'm chatting rubbish or whatever, embarrassing or whatever. It's all good. As long as it ain't embarrassing. But yeah, I'm the night hour king. Done now, Benny. Shout out to everyone. Like I said, people that are still in there, even though I haven't shot it off yet. Appreciate everyone. Shout out to Lynn. Big up all the mods. And on that note, I'm grateful. And to all 134 of you in there, whether you're the Ops or Newcastle fan, Liverpool fans, it's been a good night, man. It's been a good night. And that's cheeky about Sunderland. But anyway, nice one. Big up everyone. Big up Sam Sam. Peace.